Okay, anytime you're ready, Rick, you can go from the beginning. Okay?
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so my encounter happened back in 1984. It was myself and two adult uh, guys that grew up in our neighborhood. They were hunters and fishermen, and they always took me with them. So this particular day, we were going out to this fishing spot that we all went to back then, and just a normal spring day. Reason why I remember that because I remember school was just about to get out, and the days had gotten longer, so we always used to like that part for so we could stay out and play a little longer. But anyway, like I said, I was in 8th grade that time, and we were all walking down to our spot. We get to our spot, and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go down on this side of the trestle. I think I have better luck. I'm gonna try this side out today." And no sooner I could take maybe I don't know a couple steps, maybe I looked up and I saw something come from the left side of the tracks. It kind of like jogged down the embankment just like a person would, but it just even back then I knew something. The at the knee area looked kind of weird because it was like it was bent, like he couldn't straighten his legs out. But anyway, it got to the first set of tracks and looked down towards us. And I looked back and I said, "Hey, look!" And by the time I said that, these two guys who I looked up to, because I thought they were like supermen, they had a look on their face that I knew something wasn't right. By that time, I looked back at it, and it cleared the first set of tracks, got in the middle, it cleared the next set of tracks, and there was this steep, this embankment was, we used to have to get on all fours to go up it, but whatever this thing was, took like 3 steps, and it was at the top, no problem. It didn't, just like it was walking on flat ground, and it got to the top of the little embankment or ridge or whatever you want to call it, and it bolted through the other side of the woods, and that was the last time we saw it. And I looked back at them, and I'm like, "What was that?" And they were like, "Oh, that was just somebody with a backpack." But they still had a look on their face like they were in shock. After that, I took off. I wasn't hanging around. I took off, and I left all my gear and my fishing stuff down there. Probably like 10 minutes later, they come up because my mom. The the crazy part about it, my mom didn't live. We didn't live too far from where we were when we had the encounter. And they come up like I said, 10 minutes later after I get to the house, and I was like, they had my fishing stuff. They were like, "Why'd you run?" I was like, "Man, did you?" I said, "What was that?" They were like, "I don't know." And they still wouldn't say. I had an idea what it was because I didn't mention this earlier, but there was someone maybe like a month prior to that. There was a farmer,
Uh huh.
and he said he had been finding some bones piled up in the back of one of his barns, but they were stacked in piles, like neat piles, not like an animal, like a wild animal would do, but he was finding piles of bones in the back of his barn, and he took a picture. He got a picture of it. It was a blob squatch, but it was a big thing in the Citrus Chronicle back then. I can't remember, but it was a big write up in the paper. I remember that much, and so that and like a month or so after that, that's when we had our encounter, and like I said, as time moved forward, I once I became a young adult, I asked them again. I was like, "Hey, you remember that day we were fishing and we saw it?" They said, "Yeah." I said, "What was it? What do you think it was?" "I'd say it was a Bigfoot." And they were like, I don't." They never would admit what it was. Like I said, I know it freaked them out because I could tell by the way they were looking,
Right, right.
the look they had in their face. But like I said, unfortunately, they've passed away, and I never had a chance to. We never had a chance to talk about it again. But that was something. And during that time, one of my teammates, which I wasn't familiar with the term skunk ape. I thought he was talking about. It's gonna sound crazy. I don't know. I thought he was talking about monkeys. he was on our all-star baseball team, all-star team. He said, hey, he said, we always have these skunk apes coming in our backyard at night. And I didn't
Wow.
pay anything. I didn't think twice. I didn't think twice. I was like, oh, okay. And then one of my teammates, one of my other teammates, he spent the night with me. He said, yeah, we saw him. And I'm still thinking about like zoo monkeys. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I said, that's cool. I didn't think twice about it because skunk ape wasn't the term. I was familiar with Bigfoot or Sasquatch, but I wasn't familiar with skunk ape.
Yeah. They call them swamp monkeys too.
Yeah, swamp monkeys. Yeah, I've
Skunk
heard of
apes,
that.
swamp
And,
monkeys, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever.
yeah, but yeah, that was our encounter. And I mean, I never saw one again. But when I met my wife, probably after a couple of years, I told her. At first, she wasn't. She didn't. She was like, yeah, right." But over time, she's gotten into it now. She believed me, but because only one of her aunts said they had an encounter back in Wildwood, Florida.
Wildwood, there you go.
Yeah, down in Wildwood, they had an encounter. So she's a believer now, but it's I mean, it's an interesting topic. I mean, I don't know if I've had a couple offers to go out, but I haven't been out. Maybe one day I will. I don't know.
When you're ready, you let me know. And maybe possibly, is your friend still around in that area? Or has it built up now? So you think all those skunk apes are gone or what?
He still lives in Inverness, but I don't know about his house. But I know where we had our encounter. I mean, there's not even railroad tracks anymore. It's a walking trail now.
Oh,
And they
probably
put
better yet,
houses
huh?
down there.
Yeah.
It's actually down by our local junior high school. That's where the encounter happened.
Right.
But it's like when I go home, I still go down that way and just to check it out. But take care out there.
I will, man. You take care of yourself, and thanks for calling me. And I
Yes, sir.
appreciate this phone interview. All right, thank you so much, Rick. You have a
Yep,
great night.
anytime.
Nice talking with you, man.
Same here. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.